humanoid in shape, except for sea hag. Sea hags are Ursula.
Oh,
They're
interesting.
human on the top, octopus on the bottom.
Interesting. Ooh, would you like me to screen share me going and fighting an Eldritch, my first Eldritch God?
I mean, go ahead. I'm just sitting here playing Fall Guys, so why not?
All right. This is me on my path to becoming Kratos.
But yeah, that's hags as a race. But this particular character is half hag. I don't even remember exactly where I was going with this or where I started.
I asked what hags were as a race because I did not know.
No, before that, because I started talking about Gretel and then you asked.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
I'm trying to remember. Oh yes, circle magic. That is one of the unique traits of all hags is circle magic. And when 3 or more hags join hands and incant the same incantation together, it takes on a unique and extraordinary level of power. Although the hags are incapable of performing even all but the most basic magic on their own. The green hags are the weak. They're the traditional witch. And their normal magic that they can do is like basic level druids. Like they can make plants grow faster. They can wither plants if they so choose, and things like that.
Yeah.
When joined into a circle, they, as on their own, less than first level casters, can join together to cast incredibly powerful spells like Control Weather or Blight, which destroys a living creature necrotically.
Interesting. I would also like you. So, is it Chagaroth? He's like, I have a visitor. Eat him. No.
Yeah.
That's my response.
How much would you lose your shit if it responded?
I would shit myself. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I want you to know, I'm going in here half expecting to die. Like, because...
I mean, I've seen how fucking OP you are, so...
Oh, yeah, I know. And then, so you should get the fact that I am legitimately... I can literally see myself dying in here so easy.
I mean, it's Shagaroth. He's... Well, I think I told you this before. It's weird that they picked him as the first one. Because he is not one of the lesser gods.
No. I don't think I actually fight any lesser gods in here.
I mean, in the typical mythology, the Lovecraftian mythology, Shagaroth is more powerful than Cthulhu.
Interesting. Yeah, no, this is not going to be an easy fight at all.
The thing is, like, that's why I say he's a weird choice for this tier. Is like, because I know eventually you're gonna fucking fight Cthulhu. The reason why in the Lovecraftian mythos that Cthulhu is so common for
Oh, fuck that. No, sir.
I mean, all you gotta do is take it slow, wait for yourself to regenerate, and head back down there, and you've gone. Okay, I saw how much damage.
Yeah, that was just a lot. Like, I have to damage him from this side.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Actual HP damage. You're immune to Wither, though, which I think this guy probably doesn't do.
Oh, that's actually probably why. It, like, auto-equipped armor on me. Hold on, that makes sense. Let's do it this way. Yeah, now I have the monk regen on top of this.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
But anyway, what I was saying is the reason why like everybody always thinks of Cthulhu as this like, ultra powerful being, and he is. He's supposed to be. But the whole reason why he shows up in most of the stories instead of the other gods is Cthulhu is actually beatable.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, that's the thing. He is relatively one of the least of all of the Lovecraftian.
You were kind of... Hold on. Let me finish.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Here, have your key back. Transmute it for a working one.
I mean, what I was saying though is everybody always looks at Cthulhu and like assumes he's like this ultra powerful being because he's the one in all the stories. But the reason that he's in all the stories is because he's not as powerful as a lot of the other options.
Yeah.
People like Shoggoth. You don't beat them in the Lovecraftian mythos,
Yeah.
You simply do not. Yeah.
Okay. I see what he did, but just look at this.
I mean, this is legendary treasure of the Dreadland.
Do you know what this is? Can you see it? It's a dirt block.
Excellent. Well, I mean, I wouldn't put it, or I wouldn't be surprised if there was some kind of use for it, but...
Oh, no, I'm so sure there is. I mean, I'm holding on to it. Like...
Yes, I do like the fact that the legendary treasure of the Dreadlands is just dirt.
Alright.
I mean, there isn't any here.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. It got me there. Well, we're almost on to, like, some of the cool shit. Like, I've just kind of been, like, progressing with this. But, we're about to be able to go to the final place, which is Umthal. And that's gonna be...
Wait, so Shoggoth was your first god you fought, but you're already on to the final thing? I'm so confused.
Yeah, basically I have to summon the other ones through rituals, so Shoggoth is literally just, like, he's the required one. I could fight some other ones. Oh, that looks fucking cool as hell.
That is a pretty cool texture.
Alright, let's go to Umthal. Oh wait, I forgot. I found out that the Abyssal... Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's the lava flow texture, but sped up like a lot is what that is.
Alright, Nick. This is Umthal.
That's cool.
It is now time for you to join the server and live here.
I mean, Umthal is the traditional home of Zalgo.
I know. That's what I was about to say. I'm just saying,
It's only a vague reference, but he is referred to as the right hand of Om.
Oh my gosh. Jazar... Engraver! Holy fucking shit, it's an engraver!
Yeah.
No, I need that. Like, that's the thing is this another thing I need? Oh my god, it's an Umthal. Nick. I have found... This is where I've still yet to see a greater Shoggoth. They're supposed to appear in here, though.
Be ready when they do.
Lingering potion.
Water.
I am going to throw this at Garion the next time he is on.
Excellent.
Oh, this is a person to talk to.
You have made it to my home.
Wait, what?
It's talking to you.
I see that, obviously, but I don't speak.
Why not?
Why? Because racism. I don't know. I never marked my portal. I need to find that before I go, like, running away. Oh my gosh. They have, like... You can... Okay, where's my portal? I've made a grave mistake. I did not mark it. I got lost in the beauty that is Omthal. Oh shit. Oh my gosh, where is it? Aha, I found it. This is by far my favorite dimension. I have no clue how big this is. Like, I genuinely do not know.
I mean, the lore should say endless.
Oh, no. Like, this should be an endless... I actually haven't been in one of these houses yet. Let's go into one.
The Omthal in the typical Lovecraftian lore, like this is a place straight out of the lore. And it is the realm of the old one, Jazar.
That's probably why there's 60 billion Jazar statues.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. You use them to power your shit. Oh man, and the remnants have different stuff. Oh my gosh.
In the Lovecraftian lore, a Jazar is the gatekeeper to the realm where the true Great Ones live. He is the strongest of the lesser Great Ones. And according to internet lore, Zelgo was never part of the original Lovecraftian lore, but according to the internet, he is the right hand of Om. As in Jazar's right-hand man.
Yeah. I mean... Holy fuck. I love this place. I don't want to break anything. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this needs a Dreadium pick. I can't even break these with my... Oh my gosh. Okay. So basically, I have entered... Oh, this is probably a temple. Oh my gosh.
Omthal is a temple city. The entire dimension is a temple.
Oh my god. Yep.
All of it through Jazar, primarily.
Okay. So there's a Cthulhu statue. I haven't been able to get one of these before. Like, these don't spawn in this dimension.
Cthulhu, like I said, they seem to have elevated him here because he's so famous, you know?
No, what are you? What are you? Minion of the Gatekeeper. Nope, don't like you. I don't like you.
Yeah, it seems like they're sticking pretty closely to the lore. Like I said, Jazar is the gatekeeper who guards the entrance to the home of the true Great One.
I got an Eldritch Scale. Also, I am, like, terrified because... Oh my gosh, what is down here?
You're a flying monk. You should not be terrified.
I have actually, like, I think Omthal is the point where I'm going to have to start getting, the actual armor for the place.
Quite possibly.
Oh my gosh.
You're having a problem here.
Yeah, hold on. There we go. We're gonna get the Omthal Energy Pestle.
It is an overworld energy pedestal.
It's still better than the one I have. Because I can put it here, and then this should do things. Or do I need to outlet? Yeah, this is all monolith stone, right? Monolith stone pillar. Yeah, this is, yes. Yes. Okay.
Seems like the only one that's beaming in is Jazar, though. The other two are not doing anything.
Yeah, the other two are bitches.
Oh, no, there it went. There it went. That one came from Cthulhu.
Home base. This will be my Omthal base. Okay.
So it looks like the other one, from what I saw just right there, it looks like the other ones have lower tick speed, but they are working.
Yeah, so the Nalarthotep, the Cthulhu, and the Jazar one. I see that Jazar looks like the Remnants.
Yes.
And then fucking Nalarthotep is whatever the fuck that thing is, and then Cthulhu is, well...
I mean, everybody knows what Cthulhu looks like. Narthotep is described as being a horrific mass of writhing tendrils.
That would make sense at statue.
Based on what, or causes you to go crazy when you look upon him, as most of them do. And Jazar is described as an unsettling, human-ish shape, but his face specifically is the thing that has that eldritch horror quality. When you look upon his face, not only can you not remember it, you also fucking go insane.
Interesting.
So generally, that would be my advice to you when you get to his boss fight, is don't look him in the eyes. Treat him like an Enderman.
I wonder if I can even... I am, like, this is becoming one of my favorite mods.
It's very interesting. I'm always interested to see how much they stuck to the old Lovecraft lore and how much they tweaked things, you know?
Yeah. I need to grab some...
The biggest tweak I've seen so far is that just Cthulhu is way more powerful than he is in the original Lovecraft mythology, you know?
Yeah.
Cthulhu is, in the original Lovecraft mythology, his title, as all of them have, is the Dreamer. And Cthulhu, basically, that like his big thing is that the vast majority of the time he just sleeps and doesn't fuck with anything. You know?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. So each time you do a ritual, alright, you pick, it picks a random god of the pantheon, and it will say, like, it does these chants through it. The one, and so I was sitting there and I was like, the one who sleeps, and then all of a sudden just a bunch of Shoggoths went around. And I was...
That's right. You just reminded me, I do apologize for that. Cthulhu is the one who sleeps. The Dreamer is Azathoth, who is a much bigger deal.
Is Azathoth the dragon?
Azathoth is sometimes called the dragon.
Actually, you fight him. I can literally do his boss fight right now. That's actually the first boss fight, is Azathoth, and you get the text box with the chat between Azathoth and Oblivionaire.
Here's the question: is it Azeroth, Azaloth, or Azraloth?
Fuck, you're gonna make me check my book. 1 sec.
Yes, because they are 3 different gods with 3 different full rankings.
Actually, I have his eye. 1 sec.
It depends on how it's spelled. The true one, Azathoth, the Dreamer.
This one. Azeroth, the Fallen.
Yeah, that's a different one. Azeroth. Azaroth, the Dreamer. Azeroth, the Dreamer. He is the over-god, basically. He is called the Dreamer because it is said that all of reality currently exists within Azeroth's dream.
Oh.
And when he wakes up, simply by waking up, that will mean the end of the universe has come, as his dream has ended.
So got a windfish situation going on here.
He is, like I said, he is the being that was basically, according to the mentality, the entirety of our known universe, cosmology, even the other elder gods, exist because he is currently dreaming.
Interesting.
He is asleep and has been asleep for the duration of the entire universe. And when he wakes up, that is when the end of the universe comes.
That's interesting right there.
He is, like I said, he is the ultimate Lovecraftian being, basically. You know? He is the one that created everything else, but not in the form of an intentional, loving, godlike creator. He created it in the sense of, I said, we are all currently a dream he is having while he is taking a fucking nap in his time scale.
Huh. Interesting. I know that's like not what it is, but I was just sitting there, and as soon as you said he is the one, the only thing that popped in my head was the I am the one who won. Like, I don't even know what all it is. It was just like that fucking.
No, it is a very, very common descriptor among not just even original Lovecraftian ones, but later interpretations of the same thing, the same ideas. To have a being be the one who something, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've gotten far enough in the Dresden Files to see it yet, but even they do that. Have you gotten the story about He Who Walks Behind?
Yeah, that's in like book 4, right?
I don't remember exactly where it is, which is why I was asking. You know?
Yeah, I think I have.
If you're familiar with the story, like basically Harry's backstory of how he fought He Who Walks Behind, basically a teenager.
Yeah, that it was his old master, right? Fucking
his old. At the time, he believes that his old master had summoned He Who Walked Behind. And then I believe, if I'm thinking of the right sequence, in that book it is revealed that in reality it was probably the other way around. His old master, Justin, was almost certainly working for He Who Walks Behind, not summoning. You know?
Makes sense.
That is, I believe that's book 4. If it's not, you see, you're on book 5 right now, which is Proven Guilty?
I think. I don't.
What do you remember the name of the book?
No,
I know it's the foreign one.
all I remember is fucking that it was the pouring one.
Yeah, it's the porn one. Stormfront is book 1. Full Moon is book 2. Grave Peril is book 3. Summer Night is book 4, which I think might be where this whole thing is in.
I'm pretty sure it is, because, yeah, no. Summer Night, I really like that one. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I mean, I like, they return to the theme of dealing, like, heavily with the Fae every once in a while. And I really like all of the books that deal with heavily with the Fae. Book 4, Summer Night, is the first of those.
Where they're like, what the fuck are you all doing?
Okay, so I was several books off on my titles there because I just had to look it up because I couldn't remember them.
Yeah, I didn't think it was Proven Guilty.
Death Masks is book 5,
Yes.
but I don't know. Is that the one you're reading now, or is that?
I finished book 5. I haven't started 6 yet.
Book 5 is where the Denarians are introduced.
Yeah.
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 And Blood Rites is the 6th book. That is the porn one.
Oh, well then I'm on book 6. Heck
yes.
yeah. I'm further than I thought.
That's what I was trying to check. Oh my god, it really does pick up from here though. Like you really need to get back on reading those, or just listening to the audiobooks while you're at work or whatever, like I do, you know?
Yeah.
Because I want to talk to you about the series. Like there's so much that I want to talk about Battlegrounds, the most recent book.
Yeah,
which is 17. And I can't tell you or talk to you about any of it without spoilers.
Oh yeah, no, there would be. I mean, I think the biggest spoiler that I got, and everyone, if you're interested in reading this, cover your ears. Was that fucking Harry?
Series?
Say again.
Said what series?
Oh no, this is Dresden Files. Dresden Files.
Okay.
If you're interested in Dresden Files, just don't. The biggest spoiler I've gotten for this so far has been that Harry becomes a fucking knight. I think it's the Winter Knight that he becomes.
I mean, if that's all the detail you know, I mean, that's kind of a spoiler, but they didn't ruin the worst part, or the best part, I'm just going to say.
Well, it was, okay, actually, hold on, there's more. I learned that he fucking killed Susan, because I was in the room with Dad when he fucking was listening to the book, and I should have walked out, but I did not. Like, I realized the error of my ways.
I mean, just from the little snippet that you just said there about having to do with Susan, yeah, I already know what book he was listening to. But for a spoiler, I'm not going to tell you which number that is.
Yeah, no. Well, it was, so, basically, I guess, bloodbath, a lot of people fucking died. And he was just like, I just want my daughter alive at this point. And then they're like, no! As a matter of fact, fuck her! And that's about all I got.
Honestly, if you heard that whole scene, like, when you have the full context and the lead up to it, that is, in my opinion, one of the best and the most emotional scenes in the entire series.
Good. I mean, it sounds fucking dope. Oh, I need to make a Dredium pickaxe.
Just the whole lead up to it, that scene. I don't want to spoil it any further for you, so I won't talk about anything outside of that scene. Just the way he puts it at the end of that, where it's like he goes to complete the ritual, or he goes to stab her, and the way he puts it, it's like he can't say it out loud. He says, "I completed the ritual. I killed them all. I saved the world," but like he can't say what he actually did, and like it's such an emotional scene.
Yeah. You all, goodbye.
What is that?
They're fucking Abyssal Knight golems from the Dreadlands dimension. And these are like the good ones. So, I mean, I wasn't really caring about that they were here, but then this guy just fucking yeeted himself into my hole to go to the bottom. Because at the very bottom, there's, you know, this. And it's a great place to get fucking Viz crystals, because they spawn everywhere.
Yeah.
And so I just made a hole. And, this guy just fucking yeeted himself in there and died.
I see.
So, yeah, survival of the fittest.
Yeah, you need to catch up. You need to. You're on book 6. I think honestly, my favorite books in the entire series are 7, 10, and the newest 3. 15, 16, 17 are all fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I love all the books, I really do. But you're coming up on my first of my favorite, basically, you know?
Yeah. Okay, I really hope there's something in here, and I'm not just, like, sitting here, like, oh yes, let me break into this.
I think I have already minorly spoiled you about what my first major, like, fuck yeah, I'm with this series to the end moment was. Do you remember what it is?
No.
I've told you.
I'm sure you have. Okay, there is something in here. So you know what I'm going to do? Instead of having to deal with that, let me become something that is, in fact, 1 block high.
Yep. The fuck? Go back up.
I will... I mean, just give it a sec. Okay, okay. What are we the fucking?
That?
This?
Yeah.
Baracco? Baracco's cool. I will show you. We will go to Baracco. I will personally take you to Baracco.
What the fuck is that?
It's Baracco. Are you judging my bro Baracco?
What is he?
He's Baracco. Let's go to Baracco. We will go get Baracco's blessing. Blessing of the sun.
Okay.
Many blessings from Baracco. Baracco give many blessing.
Okay.
I am still a beetle. I need to unbecome beetle.
I mean, you have a surprisingly large amount of HP for a beetle. I think it's because you're still a monk.
It's also because, let me go to midpoint. Fuck. It's also because not Garion, I just went to Garion's house, that's why I said that. It's also because I have 3 health bars. Because of astral sorcery.
Oh, I see. So right now you've got 2 health bars and 1.
Yeah. Plus absorption hearts. That's the research center. Where the fuck is Baracco at? I think he's one of these. I don't actually know. Where the fuck is this dude? Hold on. I made a waypoint. I just don't.
So many markers.
Yeah, and I have to find the right fucking one. Did I not? There he is. There he is. Okay. It's going to be a bit of a trip, but I promise you it's worth it. And actually, I have these, so I'm going to set a waystone down every now and then. I can't just open that.
No, that is a mod that is actually very new that I saw recently. There's a mod that specifically allows you to, when right-clicking a shulker in open air, open it.
Okay.
There's a whole mod dedicated to letting you open shulkers without setting them down. I was saying you're going to need a number or a letter there or something.
Yeah. But,
what was I talking about before that? Remind me, Daniel.
Dresden Files.
Yes. I don't want to spoil it for you if you don't remember, but quite possibly the single greatest moment in the entire series happens in Book 7.
I mean, I believe that.
It's also just really cool in general because it's the first book that deals with necromancers.
Interesting.
So, I mean, Book 6 is kind of interesting. Honestly, it's one of my least favorite of the series, though. But I suggest you get through it because, I mean, 7, 8, and 9 are all pretty damn good.
Fair.
And 7 in particular is probably my second favorite book in the series. It introduces several bad guys that are reoccurring and very interesting.
All right.
Like I said, it talks about necromancy and black magic in depth for basically the first time.
Always convenient.
And it also introduces my favorite side character, Waldo Butters. Polka-loving medical examiner.
I mean, seems legit.
You will love Butters. I know you will. He is. I mean, Michael Carpenter is a pretty damn good side character too, but Butters beats him out.
Just a bit too far away.
You haven't even got to see. I mean, you got to see some of the really cool shit with Michael because a lot of that is in book 5 with the Denarians.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't even got to see all of that stuff yet, though. What is going on here?
I am trying to make it because these cost money, and we are trying to make it to where I don't have to spend money. This is 4. Okay.
Well, so you have Way of the Sun, and then you have Way of Sun.
Is it Way of the Sun? Way of the Sun? Okay.
Yeah, you got it right at the first time you typed it as Way of Sun 3.
Ah, yay. Okay. Ooh, I did not bring a mask. I'm gonna have to kill one of them until I get a mask.
Okay.
You will understand. Hello, Barracuda people.
Where are you?
Yep.
That guy has a mask.
Yes, but he needs to drop one. Did I get one? I did! Mask of Bliss.
I assume this lets you enter their village without them attacking.
Yes. And this is Barracuda.
I see.
And if I talk to him, he gives me the power to do this. Fire in my laser!
For how long?
If I do it enough times, it'll give it indefinitely, but I just have to keep coming. Wait,
It's one of those things where it's like it lasts longer and longer the more you do it.
Yeah, from what I understand, yes. Now we go to 4, and from 4 we go to 3, and from 3 we go to 2, from 2 we go to 1. And then, fucking Endermite. And then now I have to find Racetown from here. Racetown 2. There we go.
But, yes. The book 6 is it's funny, it's interesting. It gets you a lot more backstory on Thomas.
Yeah.
He is also a very interesting side character. I really like the short story about him, actually. That kind of goes into like how his day-to-day life works and all the fucking secrets.
Yeah. And then I can go to City in the Sky. Let me show you the beautiful research center, which is what it's been dubbed.
Okay.
This is like me and Garion's shared base.
That was a cool mode of transport.
This is the astral sorcery teleportation, which is my favorite form. And it's actually relatively cheap.
I would say that's what I wanted to make when we were originally doing this mod pack.
This is really fun. Like, in-game astral sorcery is pretty easy to get. And,
Astral sorcery was the one that I was most interested in. Just because it seems really fucking cool.
Yeah, it's actually really fun.
It's got the flavor on point.
Like, these are our pedestals that literally keep all the mobs away. This one kills them all if they're in close enough. This one's literally a force field and keeps them from spawning, and I absolutely love it. And then we have our Tinker's Construct Smeltery, and then this is actually a cool thing. This is a seared furnace. And, oh, nope, you can't. Nope.
That's a relatively new thing with Tinker's Construct, but I've seen them.
And so, yeah, no, it's pretty fun. This is my little base here. I used the chisel mod. I was proud. But I've
Is that the maze stone?
no, it's just chiseled stone, and I used I don't know what pattern I used. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I want to say that pattern in the chisel mod is called maze stone.
It probably is. But I have come to love the use of Astral Sorcery for Windows. And then this is my chest to do Electrobob's Wizardry.
That's a lot of stuff, yeah.
Well, that's stuff I just haven't been able to learn. Because I need to upgrade my wand. Which actually I might be able to do. I just thought of that. Make my little workbench. It's such a simple mod. No, I'm about halfway.
I mean, I don't quite understand it still. Like, so the thing is, the mechanics of it seem simple, but it is not explained at all, even a little bit.
Yeah, that's kind of its point.
Well, and that's why I like it. Like, that's why I didn't want to look up any of the stuff or anything. I wanted to just figure it out.
As soon as
it seems like it is simple enough that I could figure it out.
It is. I figured it out. Like, as soon as I did, it was actually pretty easy to figure out. So, how it goes. You make this. You make this. You throw the magic wand in there, right? And you can find these arcane workbenches. I just stole one from a wizard's tower. And you make the magic wand.
We had one in our previous save of this.
Yeah. And you make the magic wand, which is a stick, a gold nugget, and a magic crystal. And then the magic crystals are what you use for everything. They give mana, and they're used in a lot of crafting stuff. So you put magic crystal in there. You click the check mark, it gives you more mana. And then in these slots, you put your spell books in there. And I have a couple different novice ones. I have the ones that I like, though, in there. And then you get stuff.
Yeah, but what about the ones that you have not deciphered? How do you actually decipher that?
There's a couple different ways. There's the safe way, which is you grab something called a scroll of identification, and you use it on a book you don't know. But then
I found a couple of those, but I figured there was probably like an experimental way or something.
Yeah, you just load it into your wand and you fire it.
You could just you could make like a test wand that you just do nothing but load up new spells into just to figure out what they are.
Well, actually, you don't even need to load a test wand. This is a really simple. Like, I thought it ate the book. It doesn't. You keep the book. It just goes back in your inventory. And so
yeah, I figured that out. When you identify a book, it goes into your inventory as the normal book.
Yeah, then you put
you could make. Well, does the wand have like a certain number of spells it can hold?
Yeah, and you can up them. I don't know the max because I haven't figured it out and I haven't looked it up. But I actually used an wand upgrade that I found in a dungeon to upgrade me to 6 spell slots. But I used to have 5. And so I don't know what the max is. But, yeah. And then as soon as this gets to full...
I'm looking at the size of that window, and I'm going to guess 10.
I mean, that would make sense.
Just based on what fits in that UI that you were just looking at, you know?
Yeah. I need to find a hostile mob, which is actually pretty hard because my, astral sorcery spells are doing their job.
Well, you're gonna need to fly out of the range of your shielding.
Yeah.
What kind of biome is this, though? Are those like giant flowers?
Yeah, this is a flower island biome. We literally found it and we were like, okay, I guess here. We have, like, it took us like an hour to get...
I mean, that's kind of cool looking.
It is. But this is like the only cool thing we found that we were like, this is cool enough. Let's go here.
I mean, you got a little bit of taint on the end of that island. Either taint or abyssal sorcery corruption, one of the abyssal craft.
Yeah, it's abyssal craft, but it doesn't spread. Oh, I hear you. Yeah. So I can do.
That's the biggest problem with Thaumcraft taint is that it spreads.
Yeah, which I swear to God. Oh, sorry, I forgot I could do that.
I mean. See, you guys have had a perfectly taint-free universe so far. And then as soon as I actually get up the motivation to join the server and actually start doing my shit, there's just going to be taint everywhere.
No. Look at this asshole. He's going to closet because he doesn't have a place for the Flux to escape. And he keeps like going like, oh shit, Flux is building up. And I'm like, you motherfucker. You taint this motherfucking place.
Well, he's actually doing it in a relatively smart way. In that he's doing it fully inside, and he doesn't have a place for the flux to escape. But that means any flux liquids or puddles that are going to generate are going to generate here inside, where he can easily clear them.
Okay, I'll give that to him then.
There are two ways to control taint: keep it fully contained, or actually balance the Vis and the flux. You know?
Yeah. Also, when you do join, this portal is fucking evil. It's it's Ratlantis, and there's no way to get out of it when you're in it that we know of.
What mod is this from?
It's from Rats.
I'm not familiar at all.
We aren't either. We really don't know what to use it for.
Why have you started to fight with a random wizard?
He's an evil wizard, and he started the fight with me.
It looked to me like you just fucking lightning bolted him, but
I was more of sun god rays. Oh, is my sun god? Oh, it's not. You know, as you do.
You keep tempting me more and more to rejoin. There's so many other things to play.
I'm just saying, it's pretty fun. Like this has been one of my favorite mod packs ever. And this honestly, like this is, if you can make the trip and if you can befriend the Barracoa, you can get Sun God's blessing, and it is the best investment of 5 gold blocks that I've ever done, and that's all it costs to get this. And as soon as you pay it, you can have it forever.
The laser you just have to keep coming back for.
Yeah, and I've made a path to it already.
True.
Oh my gosh.
That's a lot of very tall sugar cane.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be so nice.
Like, a good number of those look like they're at max growth height.
Yeah, I'll just let them go till we need them. Actually, hold on, I need to finish out that. So let me just, excuse me. God, this is just how I felt making nothing all over again. We're out of the range of the stupid thing. I don't think that's how that was supposed to go. Did you see that?
Yeah.
But, it's, whew. This is a fun mod pack.
And listen, when I do jump into it, like, the monk mod is just too good not to do immediately. That's going to be my first thing.
I don't blame you.
What the fuck it does, and there is no reason not to immediately get those fucking powers.
I don't blame you. I will say the things.
And then I'm probably just gonna jump straight into Thaumcraft and start tainting up our world.
I don't blame you. We have literally, it's called the Research Center. This is our base to do Thaumcraft because it's an ocean, and so we were like, if we taint it, it's an island that is so far. Like those are all the things. Like you saw how spread out they were. We are about 10,000 blocks away from our main place. And we.
And the thing is, if you want me to, I will set up base here and do that. But otherwise, I'm probably just going to go like 5,000 blocks off in a random ass direction and do it.
Like this is the place that we set aside for all joint things. So anything that could be well, except for Abyssalcraft because I'm in different dimensions.
I mean, I will probably turn a little bit to your left there. Oh, that's right, Daniel. Yep, I'll probably put my lab right on that point right there in that empty area.
Yeah, go for it.
And I will start doing my Thaumcraft stuff. And probably my Botania garden will be here. Because I need to fund and fuel my fucking, my, whatever they're called, whisper weeds.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this is just such a nice place, and it's the place for joint research. I feel like any taint-producing things I do, I'm better off doing somewhere else.
Well, Garion's been doing, like, all the taint stuff, too. I'm fucking over here in my bunker learning...
Unlike Garion, I fall into the second category of thaumaturges, in that it's just like, taint's gonna happen.
Honestly, I have so much other stuff that, like, I'm not even afraid of taint. Like, you don't know. Fucking the Dread Plague. Like, the thing,
I mean, like, even just compared to the mobs that you were just fighting, fucking taint mobs are bullshit. They're nothing.
Yeah. Like, my level of fucks about the taint is so low.
This is true, like, even on our last version of Mythic, where I was fairly not very far along at all, I was fully capable of easily surviving taint biomes, you know?
Yeah. And like, I am appreciative of the fact...
It goes a long way, it really does.
Yeah, I'm appreciative... Oh, you fucking whore. I'm appreciative of the fact that I can literally... I'm just now needing to use, fucking actual armor. And it's good. Like, it has helped progression in Abyssalcraft. That, to a point to where I really like it. And, I'm just showing off the mousy mob fucking sun god shit. Because, why not? But
because what?
Yeah, no. And then once I do blood magic, I'll probably do it here too, because I have all these ritual altars set up. I'll just make a little cave, a deep dark cave. The only mod I will say that I dislike is the rats mod, because you go into other dimensions that, like, because I didn't realize it, but I guess, like, a really... Oh, hey, look at that. You know, getting blown back. I should do some ritual amplifiers. That'll probably be smart. The only mod that I dislike is rats, and not because, like, it's a bad mod. It's just, like, a kind of nuisance? Eh? Nah, nuisance is not the right word. I don't know how to describe it. It's just... I don't know. It's not my kind of mod, is all it is.
I mean, literally the only thing I fucking know about it is that there are rats and that there is a dimension that you just showed me.
Yeah, I would show it to you, but according to Garion, there is no way to get out.
I mean, dump your shit out of your inventory.
No, like he died. Like he killed himself. And it spawned him back in Ratlantis.
I assume there must be a way out. Then.
He had to make. So apparently, okay, sorry, let me rephrase. The way out is stupidly annoying and bullshit. It's you either make another portal and go out that way, or well, fuck it. Ah, fuck. Okay, let me dump my shit. We're just gonna go in there and just make another portal. I'll just be.
I mean, I literally just looked it up, and according to what I'm seeing here, when you first travel there, from the location you first travel in from, an exit portal should be generated made of various types of marbled cheese.
Hold on. Yeah, but according to Gary, he said that some shit was wrong with it.
I mean, it's possible that your portal just didn't...
Yeah, it's right here.
That's the problem, is that getting back out is... I mean, it's not even a problem. You just need to build a fucking staircase. That's it.
We can fly. There's no problem. Gary's just... dumb.
A bitch.
Well, I think it didn't generate for Gary. I'll give him that. It probably just did not generate.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that it didn't generate properly or whatever, but what you just did, like, that's what's supposed to happen, is it's supposed to generate an exit portal for you.
Yeah. So let's check out Ratlantis. Gary and, I guess, fought some pirates, and they were literally spelled pirate. You know, pirate.
Yeah.
Apparently there's rat puns all over the place here. Gary's the one who's, like, looked all this up. Oh, these are, like, that's a rat head. That's cool. Oh, what the fuck is this?
I mean, it's all made of marbled cheese.
Yes. I think everything's made out of marble cheese here. This is cool. I really like this. This dimension is called Ratlantis, by the way.
Yeah, you mentioned that. This seems pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, there are 3 bosses here. Or maybe more. I'm pretty sure it's only 3. I'm trying to, like, go off of what Gary told me. Trying to find some pirates.
There doesn't seem to be any mobs around anywhere.
There's supposed to be a lot. Nice. I am also going to take my magnetization bubble off. That's gonna get annoying. Sorry. I'm also gonna
taking up all the saplings and everything.
Yeah, I was just running by. With you get on, I am going to get a plugin, like a 1.12 plugin, to like get all the fucking clear entities, because it's just been a thing. There should be something. Ha ha ha!
The big thing that I need you to do for me, I don't know if you ever actually did. Oh, what? The temple mad at you for disrespecting it.
Yeah. Well, fuck it. I'm disrespecting it more.
Put the fucking gold block back, you fool.
No. I'm a greedy adventurer, Nick. I wanted to summon someone. Summon someone. Give me a fight, you fucklet. Oh, what's this? Ratlantian Spirit Flame. Huh.
Oh, what is that thing? Imbued with the something?
Imbued with the ancient souls of Ratlantians. And cheese.
And cheese, yes.
See, what's so special about this temple? Like, I go, and I steal the gold blocks off of one thing. And then...
I don't know, but as you desecrated it further, it seemed like the fireballs sped up.
Yeah. God. Care about...
Don't desecrate the temples, you fool.
I'm desecrating the temples.
Gotcha.
I am very heavily...
Fire at you.
I think it's because I got out of there pretty fast. I am stealing all the gold. Hey, if I get enough, I can give you the loan of 5 gold blocks. And you can, you can get your sun god's blessing here to be able to do this.
I made my way on my own in this world. I only got a small loan from my father of 5 gold blocks.
Am I your father?
I was just making the requisite Trump reference.
It is. It is.
I just saw gold up
now.
there at the top. Up, full.
I know there's gold. I'm just checking if there's gold down here. Okay.
Why would there be gold at the bottom? Gold is the metal of the sun.
Ugh.
But yes, it is good to know the type of behaviors that I can expect as I continue to run campaigns.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen a single rat mob. They're supposed to be all over the place, or I thought there was.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any mob spawning. That just seem to be buildings.
What is this? Feathers. They're just spirits. They're angry spirits. Spirits of fucklets who can't leave me be. Let me pillage your shit in peace. Oh, there's one. There's someone. What the fuck? Feral Ratlantean.
Interesting.
He died. Pretty easily, actually. Rat toga. Oh, I can't put on the rat toga? Ugh. I have to put it on a rat.
Yeah, interact with a rat to equip rat toga.
Where's... So if that's a feral Ratlantean, does that mean there's Ratlantean villages?
Maybe. There might be like Ratlantean villagers somewhere around here.
Mr. Ratlantean, I would like to put on this toga and sit at your senate.
Mm-hmm.
Ignore the fact that I have spent my first time in your village desecrating your temples.
No, they're just gonna look at you and be like, what the fuck is this weird pink thing?
What the fuck is this weird pink thing? No, I look like... excuse me. I'm not a weird pink thing. It could be a weird... I'm a weird blue thing that's bleeding from the heart. Oh, speaking of that, that reminds me.
Hey, isn't that your Bahal skin?
Yes, this most definitely is my Bahal skin.
I see, so Bahal will be the first one to meet the Ratlanteans.
Yeah, unless I do Kindred Spirit.
Take the cheese!
Oh yeah, you're right. This is actually probably like trading stuff for them. I've also realized that if I stop... Hold on. Oh, shit. I just threw the spirit.
Wait, what?
That spirit thing that I had, I clicked it and chucked it. It got chucked.
Apparently it's a projectile weapon.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Raw marbled cheese. You have a keen nose for sniffing out hidden blocks of gold.
I'm just... Hello. Oh, I'm dying from hunger. That means I should probably go back.
Eat the block of cheese!
Oh, fuck, you're right! Hold on. Nice.
You're in Ratlantis. When in Ratlantis, do as the Ratlantians do.
Eat the fucking cheese. Okay. It's cool that it's all jungle and all, but I'm also confused that I've only seen one mob, like one Ratlantian mob.
Yeah, there should be like a lot more, you would think.
Do you want to look up some of Ratlantis? Oh, yes, these things.
I did, and it was very in what?
Ah, yes.
What?
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
I don't. Okay. Those are basically wormholes that teleport you to different places, but they teleport you so fucking far out. And it's good to know that this is a type of generation, but also if you lose this, you have to fly your ass back. Or if it doesn't... Oh, thank God. Whew. I thought it wasn't going to let me back. I was about to be like, oh, fuck. I talked too much.
Time to fly 40,000 blocks.
Yeah. Okay, I think 12... Or 12 blocks... Or, fuck. 11 blocks. I should get 12. We get 12. Once we get 12 blocks of gold, we fly back.
I'm just saying, if I was designing this, I would have put a block of cheese in the brain of those rat sculptures.
Well, now I have to know. Nope.
Yeah.
It was worth a shot. Alright, let me actually,
They missed the pun of having literal cheese on the brain.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
That moment when you run faster over the water than you do flying.
Yes, you're also dying of hunger again, though, because running takes up a lot of stamina.
Yeah, but fucking my portal is over here. I'm running back.
Speaking of disappointing, that just reminded me what I was saying. I don't know if you actually got the chance to watch the full Hacksmith video, but yeah, it's literally the same thing that the previous two people to make like a flame-powered lightsaber did. They just used a much bigger gas source and a much bigger nozzle. Which is still cool, but like it's not the innovation I was hoping for or expecting, you know?
Yeah. Also, I hate that it puts us to fucking 1-1. Like, it doesn't put us to spawn. It puts us to 1-1. Which is quite annoying. Especially when, you know, you're dying of hunger and just want to get back home.
I mean, it seems like your monk regeneration makes it literally impossible for you to die of hunger.
Yeah, it is. It's just a minor nuisance. All my cows are back? What?
Wait, what?
What?
That's a lot of cows.
Nick, I had no cows earlier.
Now you've got 1 million cows.
Nick, you have to understand, I literally lost all my cows. Like, they were gone.
Your cows love you, Daniel.
Don't mind me. Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Why were you just laboring everything?
Because each time you shift right-click with an empty hand, you do that.
I see.
And, yeah. So, it's fucking, it's dope. Also, there's still a whole bunch of mod packs.
That you didn't unleash with the laser on your group of cows, but
I probably will at one point, not trying to.
Mhm.
Okay. I have so much stuff here. That is also another thing. Like, it's so funny going from playing with me and Gary and between me and you. Like, not that me and you played weird. It was just, we fucking, like, when we played, it was well, sorry. When I played with you, if I needed to borrow something, I didn't tell you that I was borrowing something. Because I just don't know. But like with Gary, and I just like, I feel like obligated to be like, by the way, I owe you this, and like I'd get it back. And I'm sure you did the same thing with me, of, you know, just taking shit.
There were plenty of times where I was like, oh fuck, I'm short like 4 acacia blocks. I know Daniel's got that. I'm like, shit, I need a gold for this thing. I know Daniel's got that. Like,
Yeah. Whereas like me and Gary, and we tell each other when we're taking stuff, like me and you, we literally are like,
yeah, I think the only time I bothered with that was the one time that I borrowed, like, I think it was like, I don't remember, it was a bunch. It was like a good number of gold blocks. I just left a sign by your chest.
yeah.
I was like, oh, you 12 gold blocks or whatever.
Yeah. This is honestly the most annoying thing. Like, I'm plagued right now, and it gives you like a really cool skin for it and all that. But it's not bad for the players. Like for us, we don't take any damage for it. The problem is when I can give it to other mobs. Like let me try and give it to him. Okay. It's not gonna let me do it. But fucking you can give it to like your pets. And it's not a fun thing because it can literally, like, if I got it near my cow pen and one of the cows got it, the entire group of cows would get it and then die.
Not ideal.
Yeah, no. But it's just, I'm trying to give it to this reindeer. I guess it won't let me give it. Can I give it to the peck? Come on here, come here, peck. Let me plague you. Let me plague you. You can plague some, like, mods, and you can't plague others. I don't know which is which still. But
I mean, it just depends on what creators have put in compatibility for it.
yeah. I've also Gary. I just realized Gary and cheated. This is the same fucking house I was in Racetown. Gary, I'm disappointed.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, you guys haven't had access to creative tools or anything.
No, we haven't. Like,
So,
this, the thing that we've allowed is I have one magic sneeze per day. And the magic sneeze is literally, like, saved for emergencies. Like, I had to, I gave it to the Abyssal Craft person, the plague. Like, I had to get, we tried to figure out, because Gary didn't have the portal. And so the magic sneeze of today was to get Gary out of Ratlantis. And that's what the sneeze of the day was used for. But
the thing is, like, as far as I am aware, like, you guys don't even have a working world in it, do you?
no, we have nothing.
Yeah. So there's no way he could have, like, copied it or anything.
No, it was just
the design.
yeah, he remade it, but like he did cool like cobblestone chisel stuff. It's just the design of the house is the same. Which I was like, oh, hey. How dare he? But like he doesn't even have like the brick fireplace in the back that he did for the other one. And so it's small stuff like that I could tell you. But yeah, no, it's interesting. I also need to make more of these. I need to make more of these and put them in different places because they don't use experience. And if we can get rid of like the waystone systems, because they do use experience, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Okay, what?
I mean, when I do eventually get on, I said I intend to kind of follow my previous trajectory. I need to grab the monk mod stuff just to keep myself from fucking dying all the time like I always do.
Yeah, it's pretty handy at keeping that from happening.
After that, I am going to jump into Thumbcraft and specifically Forbidden Magic, as I always do.
Yeah. I need to get for.
Thumbcraft has got its own Abyss dimension now. Hopefully, I'll be able to get it open relatively quick, but.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we've been like exploration with so many different shit. Like Garion started with Bewitchment, which the whole reason he didn't get to go to like the other stuff is because it just didn't exist at the time, or yet. Like as far as I know, he did everything in Bewitchment. Like I don't know if the sleep dimensions exist.
I mean, if they don't, that's kind of disappointing because it was supposed to be like the successor to Witchery, and like, why bother releasing it if you don't have that shit done? Like,
yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's. Let me see, because Garion made it sound like he did everything. He might not have though. Magic.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, but go ahead and look up the Bewitchment stuff or whatever. Like, I feel like that stuff is still in there.
I ain't seen it, boys. Fucking.
I'm back.
Yes, it does not exist in this.
See, that's disappointing to me.
But
like,
they have two more updates to roll out. Like 2 more major updates. So I'm guessing that's going to have the dimensions and then the last thing. So this one was the demonic update. Was the last one that they did.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense because they have the demon summoning and the demonic rituals and stuff, but I don't know. It's weird to me that they would do that first, because that, to me, is the much less interesting part of Witchery.
Yeah, I didn't even know you could...
More interesting to me was always the dream travel and everything.
Yeah. But, I mean...
In old Witchery, if you got high enough level, not only could you, collect materials from the dream world and things like that, you could, enter the dream world and, affect shit in the real world. Or travel through the dream world to go places and things like that. Like, that was the most interesting part of it to me.
Yeah.
What I was talking about in Lost earlier. Circle magic, which is circle magic, very much used to be a thing in D&D. The very, very long witchy types of rituals where, it's like you spend, all this time and all this material and get 12 people together and do this shit. But, like, once you do, you can do some crazy bullshit,
Yeah. That's me. Okay, I don't have anything that I want. Okay. Sorry, I was emptying out my inventory here. Is Granny gone?
Yeah.
Sorry. I just thought about the fact that you said I'm sitting on the couch, and I was like, huh.
Yeah, she's gone until, like, Saturday, I think.
Where's she at?
I don't fucking know. I don't even ask anymore.
That's fair.
She does not stay at our house for more than a week at a time.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. At one point, she's just going to move to Montana, and you won't know.
I mean, if she leaves me this house, I'll be happy with
her.
Me and Sophie will chill here for as long as necessary, or as long as possible. As much as I don't really like Florida as a whole, I do really like this house.
Yeah. Alright, so let's see. What do we have? Umsal, that's what we're doing. Or
one of the main problems I have with Florida as a whole, aside from the weather, is the fucking the fact that housing and everything here is so expensive.
Yeah. Fucking.
You need to pay fucking $700 to get like a 1-room apartment. Some bullshit, like.
Yeah. Oh, that's why you have to come to Arkansas. Everything's fucking cheap here.
Yeah.
There we go.
I also know from experience that I don't make anywhere near as much money when I'm there, though.
Well, I mean, you would like in Fayetteville, in the fucking college town.
Yeah. The thing is, I would have to either live in Fayetteville, which is not as cheap, or I'd have to drive 45 minutes every night for work, which kind of negates the point.
Live in, like, the middle areas. Have I reached level 30 yet?
I mean, this is true, but I said, honestly, that kind of exacerbates my biggest problem with Arkansas. Florida's got a lot of things I don't like about it. Arkansas does too, though. And the biggest one is I don't like fucking having to drive 30 minutes to go anywhere. I don't like having to get in my car for half a fucking hour to go to the grocery store. Like, I enjoy my Florida privilege of that being 5 fucking minutes down the road,
I mean, yeah. I mean, location.
But the thing is, like, I could probably get by if I were to live in Fayetteville or something like that. And then that would literally be basically the same issues that I have here, except for the weather's better.
Yeah. Okay, so... I'm gonna check a mod list of this, because I need to see, like, what mods we haven't fucking done.
You should be able to do that just from the main menu, if you just log out real quick.
Yeah, but that includes... Yeah, fuck it, you're right.
I mean, that tells you exactly what versions they are and everything. That's really what you want.
Yeah, and we get to hear the fucking dope-ass... Have you heard the title screen music?
I always play Minecraft with the sound turned off.
I know, that's why I was asking if you heard the music.
No, I hear it now. I haven't before.
It looks like they don't have a...
I mean, that's really cool. It's almost kind of like it's in like a more filled in orchestral version of what the typical like title music is.
Yeah. Hold on, let me go. I sent it to Gary and...
The fuck did you do?
They don't have a mod thing there.
Hit mod options.
Oh, fuck you. Thaumcraft, Bewitchment, JDI, Abysscraft, Actual Editions.
Ender Tech is probably something you haven't messed with at all.
Nope. We've done
Aether.
Aether. I did Aether.
What about Ashetic?
What about what?
Ashetic.
Ashetic? Where the fuck did you see Ashetic? Oh, Ashetic don't.
Akashitic.
Abhishek. It's Xavier.
That is the addition to what's the one that has the handgun? Xeno's.
Oh. Nice. Better Builder's Wand, always best. There's a fucking better questing thing? Hold on. Hold on.
I believe the quest book is implemented, but it doesn't actually, like, I don't think it has anything pre-set up for this mod pack. How do you make one, though? Check.
Trying to figure that out.
That better questing starting guide right there. That's what it is.
There is not a way to make it.
Scroll through the different things.
I don't have different things.
Go to the top arrow where it says stamping recipe and click to the right.
Do you see me clicking it? You don't. You don't see me, but I am spam clicking it. It does not exist.
Okay. Well, it's a stamping recipe then.
It's Embers Rekindled. Now, you have to understand, I have no... Oh, it's like Bedrock, what the hell? Because the stamping recipe includes so many fucking items. Like, I think it goes through every item.
Anything by stamping. It is a very fucking complicated mod.
Yeah, that's the whole reason me and Gary have not done Embers Rekindled.
That's one that I probably will never do without looking it up.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to at that point.
I mean, just enough items gives you enough information.
Yeah. Something that's complicated is fucking Embers Rekindled. Like, oh. I can attune... Oh, I'm already attuned to the city. It wouldn't work.
It's a very interesting one for me, though.
I don't know what it is. I know, like, it's a Magitech mod.
Yeah, it's like, you know how the dwarves are in Skyrim, where they have, like, the bronze based Magitech bullshit? That's what Embers are.
Oh. I mean, that makes sense. I knew it was like a Dwarven Magitech mod.
Yeah, it's Dwarven style Magitech is exactly what it is. Like...
Thaumcraft. Oh, we've already looked at that. We can always do or fucking whatever the fuck it is. Applied energistics. Good God, I don't want to do that again. I mean, blood magic. I still haven't even done blood magic.
I personally prefer the magic mods, as you know.
Yeah.
And I do take into tech every once in a while. I like Roots. I really do, though it doesn't have the power that a lot of the other magic mods do.
Yeah, that's what I noticed with whatever the fuck.
Got a lot of really cool utility stuff, but not a whole lot of combat power. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck Ender.io.
We will never, ever get over Ender.io.
I have no desire to ever do Ender IO. What is mythical mechanics, though?
I don't know. You should look it up. And this one doesn't have Ender IO. It has End Reborn, which is a much nicer thing.
Oh, I saw Ender IO in there.
I don't think you did. Ender IO's right there. Right there. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I told you. This was the mod pack we were playing on in our Fuck Ender IO episode.
Nope. That was the 1.7.10 mod.
Oh, was it?
Yep, we did not get anywhere near far enough to get to the End Dragon.
What was the thing that I was supposed to be looking at? The End Reborn 3. That was another.
Mystical Mechanics. The End Reborn 3 is actually a pretty dope mod. I've liked it so far, and what little I've done with the end. It adds cool structures. But it's Mystical Mechanics is what you're looking at.
It looks like Mystical Mechanics is an API that adds many of the magical materials as possibilities for tech mods. So if you wanted to make Thaumium gears for advanced energistics, that's what that's for.
Ah. What about Evilcraft? Look up what Evilcraft is. I know it's a...
Evilcraft I have dabbled a little bit into. I really don't know what the end game looks like, though.
What about Forbidden and Arcanus?
Forbidden Arcanus. I don't actually know that one. But Evilcraft is, at its base, it's kind of an alternate blood magic. It is a blood magic system that is nothing like the blood magic mod. You use blood for stuff.
Hmm.
One of the really useful things that I remember that you can do with Evilcraft is you can build a blood-fueled chest that repairs items you put in.
Huh. What about Psy? You should look up Psy.
Psy I have briefly looked into. It's a very complicated one.
Yeah.
But hold on. What was the next one down the list? Forbidden Arcanus?
Yeah, Forbidden and Arcanus.
You keep scrolling and I'm not done yet.
Well, I'm looking through. I'll go back. Okay, let me go back up to Forbidden Arcanus.
Forbidden and Arcanus. There's a wiki for it. The wiki doesn't seem to contain a whole lot of very helpful information.
Yeah, it doesn't look that big either. Like when you open it up in the creative thing.
It mostly looks like it contains a whole bunch of relatively unrelated magic items that all seem to have various crafting recipes.
Yeah.
And they're all just kind of like various like minor item effects, like the Spectral Eye Amulet. When you wear it, makes your inventory transparent, so you can still see what's going on when you're in your inventory.
Huh. Interesting.
And the Chorus Pearl seems to be a Ender Pearl, except it teleports the thing that you throw it at instead of yourself.
Okay.
And like just a whole bunch of like minor magic items like that is what it seems to be about, you know?
Yeah.
Cool stuff, but nothing particularly ridiculous, you know?
Yeah.
What is apotheosis?
It's a core mod.
Okay. Optimization improvement, probably, since it doesn't list anything specific there.
Yeah. Okay. But which one we've done? Blood magic. I am making a list.
I kind of want to know what the bonsai trees mod is.
Look it up. Tiny trees is what it says.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it'll let me put yeah, that is exactly what it is. It lets you put the tiny version of full-size trees in a flower pot. That's kind of awesome.
Nice. What is clumps? Clumsy XP or nice.
Yeah, clumps is a fairly commonly used one that makes it so instead of having one tiny, or like 27,000 tiny EXP orbs, they just all jump into one.
Dragon mounts is fun. I've
heard that it doesn't exactly work right.
No. It's alright. Sorry, I shouldn't say it's fun. It's alright.
I mean, it can be fun and still not be perfectly well designed. You know?
Well, I shouldn't say it's fun because I haven't personally done it, but Garian has.
I assume eerie entities is just more mobs, but what kind does it say?
It just says adds eerie entities into the game.
Interesting.
The dragon was only the beginning, and the end is more than your brain can reimagine.
I imagine that is more areas and more bosses for the end, which sounds fucking dope. But
I put that on there. I'm not doing it. Ender IO.
Ender IO, fuck Ender IO.
Evilcraft.
Evilcraft. Evilcraft is, like I said, essentially a different type of blood magic, is the way I would describe it. It is, in my opinion, honestly, a less broken version of blood magic.
Yes.
It is less useful for just making tools that can one-shot anything in armor that makes you invulnerable, and more for just like doing cool magic shit. Like I said, like making a chest that you can like fuel with lifeblood and fix items that you put in.
Well, like blood magic, the 1.12 version, actually balanced out a lot of stuff, which is why I haven't done it yet, because, you know, it balanced out a lot of stuff. I didn't realize we had...
Well, the way I would describe Evilcraft is a less combat-focused version of blood magic.
Yeah, I didn't realize we had iron chests. I would have been making a lot of those.
Oh yeah, those are super fucking helpful. Psi is interesting. I don't remember exactly how you get started with it, but it's one of those things where like you need to make the Psi crystal first, and then just everything else opens up from there.
Yeah,
you know?
We've done mousy mobs. We've killed every single one, which they're fun to kill. That's like the Barracoa people. That's mousy mobs. They're just really well animated Minecraft mobs, and they're fun. Like they're random bosses you'll find around.
That's cool.
They give you cool shit. Rats. If we ever do that. So, reliquary. 2 words. Magical slag. Oh, and a gun. I'm writing all the magic stuff down because I really don't think we're going to be doing any of the tech stuff.
And I suggest you look into Psi. Psi is a weird one. Psi is... Did you ever read Elantris?
No.
Alright, well then there goes that analogy out the window. Psi is like magic if magic was programmed.
Totemic. That's another one. Psi is like magic if magic was programmed?
If magic was programmed.
Oh.
Like, the way Psi works, it's fucking complicated and it's weird. Unless I apologize, I do not remember exactly how to get started. You would have to look that up. But essentially, you have this panel. What I remember is the UI from it. You have this panel, and you have all these different like actions and logic choices and decisions you can make to basically create spells of your own design. But they all fit within this like very kind of like flowchart-esque programming curve, like programming with the aid of a program like Raptor or something like that is what it felt like to me.
I see.
But it is really cool because it's like, I mean, it is a hybrid magic tech mod, just kind of in its implementation. Like it requires you to make the kind of tech mod-esque like flow chart designs where it's like this machine leads to this thing down this conveyor belt and is amplified through this power source, and then at the end you get a fucking spell.
All right.
It is complicated.
So
if you have ever wanted to see the combination of like true magitech, magic and sci-fi combined together, programming magic as if it were a computer language, that is what Psi does.
Huh. Damn. So I'm just damn. All right. So
the book itself, if you get the in-game book for Psi, I believe the two that I remember, I believe it recommends that you have some knowledge of multiple different complex real-life fields. The two that I remember, just because it's ridiculous, is the book straight up recommends that you have some knowledge and experience in kinematics and trigonometry.
I know I can't even fucking say it. Trig, though, is kind of more iffy once you get past cosine, sine, and the fucking other one.
Tangent.
Tangent, yeah. But we did kinematics all through physics.
Yeah.
Well, it's physics.
I mean, it's a fairly basic subfield of physics, but just the fact that the book calls out that you need to know about that to play this mod is amazing.
So I'm going to cross out Psi.
No, dude, it is so fucking cool, dude.
If it's telling me that I need to do like kinematics and trig and all that, I will throw that out one. I'll throw that one out to you.
That's the thing is I said it that way because I think it's cool that it sounds that scary. It's really not that hard. Like, you don't have to actually do math, but you need to understand the principles behind those fields to get how it works.
Okay. All right. So
like, if you had not learned anything about kinematics or trigonometry, you would not understand the way these parts connect to each other. You know?
Yeah. So at most we have 14 mods left, and 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I think I told you before that it's full magitech. I don't think I explained why though, other than the programming aspect of how you make spells. You literally shoot spell bullets at people out of a fucking like magic gun.
Let's look around. So we have a frame. We have projectile spell node. We have a couple different things. A vector ruler, alright.
I looked it up briefly here. It looks like the basically the starting bit that you need is you need to make the spell program. which is 6 pieces of iron and 1 side up.
How do I get that? From a side dust block. Thank you. You
can find it. It's fairly rare to find, but you should be able to find it in ores in the overworld.
Ah. And you get the what's it called? I found the side dust.
Okay, I looked it up. Okay, I have given you the wrong starting spot here. They've changed it since the last time I played this. Give me a second here.
It's also a lot smaller than I looked. I marked it down as a major mod. And it looks a lot smaller.
Well, that's the thing is it doesn't have that many components, but because of the way the UI works for it, because it works based off of like I said, a programming-esque system, the spell bullets that you make could do almost anything.
Yeah, I see that.
It is an absolutely enormous mod, but not enormous in the number of blocks you need to make or the number of resources you need to collect, but enormous in how much you need to think about it and plan out what you're making in real life, you know?
Yeah.
You need the casting assistant device is your first step here. That allows you to use the spell bullets you make and to convert redstone into Sida.
I see.
It's called the CAD, the casting assistant device. And it appears that there are multiple different tiers of them, but I'm assuming if you look it up, you can figure out what the base version requires, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, it looks like you can craft the base level CAD, and then through the course of various other things inside, you upgrade. It looks like 6 different stats. Complexity, which is the number of actions your spell can perform. The potency, which is the overall power of the spell. The cost, which is the psi needed to cast a spell. Projection, which is the number of special tricks or conditions that you can put on a given spell. And bandwidth, which is the area.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's also overflow, which is your battery size.
Nice.
But basically, you build the casting device, and then you, over the course of using Psi, you upgrade it to the point where you can create, like, command block worthy spells, you know?
Huh. Alright.
But it is very complicated. Like, it requires a lot of real life logic. When you see the UI, if you actually try it, you'll see what I mean. Like, it's a puzzle game, basically, in its own right, that requires you to use your space and resources efficiently to make the most powerful spells you can figure out how to, you know?
Yeah. Okay. So here's how the breakdown goes of the 14 mods that kind of interest us. We have 4 which just add magical items, which is Ward, Reliquary, Forbidden, and Arcanus, and you said Akashek's Tome was one? Was an add-on to regular?
Akashek's Tome is an add-on specifically for the item called the same name in Reliquary.
Okay, so that's like a tiny, tiny mod.
No. I don't know if you remember the tome from last time we did Reliquary, but it is basically the tome itself contains like half the functions of the whole equivalent exchange mod.
Really? Because that's pretty easy to make.
Well, it is complicated to use in and of itself as
I
well.
think I can make that right now. If I can make that right now,
But
let's make that.
the tome it's like it in its base form. It has the equivalent whatchamacallits, or like the equivalent abilities of the basic transmuter stone from the old equivalent exchange. Like it can turn dirt into stone, into gravel, into clay. It can turn, various ores into each other at different exchange rates and things like that. Like it's the equivalent exchange alchemy book, and the mod Akashic's Tome expands the things you can use it on.
Okay. That.
One of those that, once again, you really can't use very much without looking it up on the wiki, because basically all of the things are like put the tome and a bunch of other stuff in the crafting table, and it makes some stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, if you did the whatever it is, like the shift right click, I think it is on the book, just like show all recipes it's included in, that would probably get you a good idea of some of the things it can do.
Mm-hmm. Well, I own it. It is a thing. Yeah, in the stamping stuff, it is used to make what looks like everything. So
I see that. I don't know, but yeah, it is the equivalent exchange book. At least in the old version of Reliquary, that's what it was. You could use it to turn items into relatively equivalent items.
Oh, it just did the Britannia thing, or Britannia. The license of Britannia.
Have they literally just changed it now so that it just looks up the item for you?
I think so.
Well, damn.
So that was crossed off. We have 13 mods left.
I mean, like I said, you used to be able to use it to do things like turn dirt into gravel or gravel into clay and things like that. But you did that in the crafting grid with the book, though.
Yeah. Right-clicking a block from a mod that has a book added to the tome. Okay, so you can... Oh, that's great. Alright. So...
You only said half of that, but am I hearing right? That you can basically use it to collect all of the other mods' books?
Yep. And how in one.
That is super fucking useful, then.
Yeah.
And you can just use it to not have to carry around 20 mods books. You can just carry around the tome,
Yeah, which is nice.
That is pretty fucking awesome, actually.
Because that means I can grab this astral tome. And now, let me see... Yes. Yes.
That is, yeah, okay, that is, that is actually more useful than it used to be.
Yeah.
I was gonna be disappointed that you couldn't fucking Full Metal Alchemist style transmute things with it anymore, but that's way more useful.
Yep. Oh, it won't let me do multiple.
You can only do one at a time.
And there we go. I now have...
Craft, Astral Sorcery, Electrobob's Wizardry, and Thaumcraft all in one book.
Yes.
That's great.
Great.
I want to collect every single possible book in this, and then take it to an anvil and rename it the Archmage's Tome.
That sounds dope.
I have only recently acquired the title Archmage in Final Fantasy XIV by reaching level 50 in every casting class.
Ah. I thought you were about to say D&D, and I was like, haven't you been an Archmage for a while? Like in Eric's campaign?
I mean, it depends on what your definition of it is. In D&D, typically, there is no Archmage class or anything anymore. But there was in 3.5. And in 3.5, the Archmage's signature ability, their signature thing that they could do in general, was that they were capable of using both arcane and divine magic.
Yeah.
Typically, an archmage is one who has studied multiple different kinds of magic. My character in D&D, though he is a very, very powerful wizard or artificer, depending on how you describe him, is not an archmage. No.
Gotcha.
He is a wizard who is also psychically talented, but he has not particularly studied any different types of magic, you know?
Yeah. Okay. So, let's just go over the ones we haven't done. We have 13. Of those now, 3 are minor magic mods that just add magical items, which is Forbidden and Arcanus, Reliquary, and Ward. Ward actually isn't that much of a magic mod. It just gives you a thing, like for all the enchanted books. Like here, let me do the ward lookup. Basically, you put them into the ward, and you power it with lapis, and it does that enchantment. Which is all ward does.
You can copy enchantments?
No, not copy it. It just puts it out into, like, you know how it just puts it out into the world. Like, it uses it to create a ward. Like, it makes a literal ward around it.
I mean, that is interesting. I have to wonder how the fuck that works in a lot of the enchantments cases, but...
I don't know. It's... I don't know.
And I also want to know how much compatibility does it have with other mods that add more enchantments.
Yeah, I don't know. These are literally the only 2 blocks in Ward. Enchanted Paper and Ward.
And that's the thing, is I can tell you straight up, just because there are only 2 blocks does not mean it's not a complicated mod, you know?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, this is all you do.
Mistcraft will always be my example for that. Mistcraft adds 8 blocks.
It does not when you count all the papers.
If you count each paper separately, then yes, it does not. But it only adds 8 actual, like, placeable world blocks.
But Mistcraft, like, if you actually, when you look it up in JAI and it has like 27 pages just for Mistcraft.
I mean, fair. Is the best example that I have there in that case then would be Psy. Psy is a mod that you can do
like 3.
pretty much anything that you would with any other magic mod, and it's got like, 1 page of shit, you know?
Yeah. But back to my point. 3 things. So Reliquary, Forbidden, Arcanus, Ward adds magical items.
Yes.
Then we have...
I still don't know if I would put Ward in that category because we don't know how the fucking wards work. I want to know how that shit works. If I put Protection 4 on one of those fucking papers and stamp it into a square, what the fuck actually happens, you know?
Let's see. Word mod review.
I mean, yeah, I could go and watch a whole video on it, but I didn't want to do that right now.
I'm just gonna see the fucking thing. This is not in English.
That is a problem I have noticed with a lot of other, or just various Minecraft content, is there's a lot of Eastern European Minecraft YouTubers. People speaking Russian or Czech or any number of other Eastern European languages that I thoroughly don't fucking understand. You know?
Yeah.
There are certain languages that I've gotten to the point where I kind of understand. Even if I don't know exactly what you're saying, I understand the emotional context and the tone of voice being used well enough to get what you're saying. Like Spanish and Japanese are both examples, and Chinese as well. Like, I have listened to those languages enough times that I can kind of get what you're going at.
Yeah, that's why this guy's speaking Spanish.
Russian thoroughly confuses me. Yeah, Spanish is one that's like, if I listen to it, I can kind of get a little bit of info. You know?
Yeah. So actually, it is exactly what I thought it was. So you get your traditional thing, and it has let me actually count the blocks here. He has like a weird fisheye look for it. And it's a 5-block circle around it. That is the base with no lapis. You put the book on it. The enchantment that is that book, and it only works with vanilla, no mods. The enchantment that's on that book is there. And he displayed it with fortune and with protection. And if you power it with lapis, it can go up to an extra. It can go from a 5-block square, and it goes up by 1. It's a circle, not a square. Sorry, for each lapis you do, and you can do it up to 10. So if you have,
okay, so it's basically like a beacon that gives an enchantment effect to everyone in the area.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. That's interesting.
And so I'm actually just going to scratch ward off because I can do a million.
Figure out what it does and how it works right there, you know.
Yeah, I can do a million different stuff more with my astral sorcery rituals that are better.
I can think of some useful situations for that, depending on whether it works for mobs or not. You can do some interesting stuff with like mob pits if it also works on mobs.
I don't believe it does unless you get to stuff like smite, using smite on a mob.
Well, that's it's kind of what I was thinking is like you can have I don't even know. I totally lost my train of thought. I had a plan for this.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going with that. I was actually kind of intrigued.
I'm trying to remember. I had an idea for how this could be helpful. It wasn't what I was originally thinking, but I guess, like I said, still contingent on it actually affecting mobs. But if it does, you could use it to, like, you know, buff up your dogs or whatever. If you wanted to have, you know, pets. But
yeah. But how do I switch back?
it would be nice if it worked on friendly mobs, was basically my original point. I don't remember what I was originally going to say. But oh, yes, I do, actually. Because of the Monk mod, creepers are considered friendly mobs to you. If you could, in theory, buff up the damage of creepers by giving them smite or whatever, it might be worthwhile to keep like a creeper kill room in like the entrance to your base with one of these ones in the middle of it, you know?
Yeah. I think I might have just made a mistake. I don't know if I can get a book out of the Akashek tome, but I can't have my Abyssal Craft book in there because I do rituals with it, and it's not letting me do my rituals with the Akashek tome because I can't get... Oh, okay. It will let me do it, but I can't gain PE, my potential energy.
Oh yeah. Alright, open up the tome and shift right-click the book. That's usually how you get things back out of a
thought I tried that, but... Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah, oh shit! You just had your Dreadlands Necronomicon in your hand, and then it disappeared.
No, it's in the tome, is what it is. But if I'm here,
but when you change mode, it doesn't still work.
No, because technically it's the tome, not the book.
Hmm. You may have to look that up to see if there's a way to take it back out.
Yeah, I'll do that later when I actually need it next.
Can you just drag it down to your fucking bar?
I don't know. No, because whenever I click it, unless I have to do it with my... Okay, Q? 1, 2, 3. R, T? No. If I put it in here, will ya... No? Okay.
I don't know.
Interesting. I'll have to look that up later. But
I would assume there's probably a way to get it back out, but maybe there's not.
yeah. So
In that case, you're gonna have to fucking start your Abyssal Craft book over again, which fucking
it's not going to be that hard. It's just getting the skins, and I probably actually have all the skins anyway. I have another Necronomicon, like a base one, that I can just go, and I have Abyssal Essence, and I have all that, so it's not going to be hard. It's just like a minor inconvenience. Okay, so we have the 2 stuff that adds magic in. Then we have...
So we know now, though, any book that you actually use for, tool-based stuff or whatever, like, don't put it in the top.
Yeah. But, like, stuff like this works just fine. And then...
check the Necronomicon.
I'm not far.
I see that, but I am kind of curious. Like, you have first steps there. That should just be like, go scan one thing, like see if it updates.
Oh, it will update. Like I updated. I did my perk points through. I did my perk points and then updated. So that works. It does. It's just, I need to be able to... Basically, I need to be able to put my things into here and have it recognize that this is a Dreadlands tome. And I'm almost positive, like, let me go grab... Well, it's not raining, but I'll do it later.
But yeah, when I eventually get on here, I'm going to jump back into my normal Thaumcraft and everything. Now that it is fairly clear that you don't particularly want to do it, though, I may have to pick up Psy just to flex on the pores.
But yeah, no, that I'll get to that. We're almost there.
When I cast a spell and it in sequence fires out 100 lit blocks of TNT, you will understand.
I will have my magic barriers of blood magic. I'm not even gonna let it. Literally, depending on how far you get along, if I get into my blood magic and I can get my the no player one, and I put it at the base of my fucking wizard's tower to where none of you can fucking get in this chunk, I'll do it.
I mean, I don't have any intention on particularly fighting with you. I just intend to flex on you by destroying an entire fucking, like, enemy base. They're like, oh, let's go to Abyssal Craft and do this dungeon. I'm like, hold on, and just blow it up.
I mean, you have to get on to do that.
I do. But I know how to do that. Roughly, I know how to do that inside. They've made some updates. I'm going to have to relearn some things. But Psi is... It is the ultimate, like, low base power, high skill cap.
Yeah.
Depending on how good you get at it and how well you want to optimize your shit, you can make the most broken, overpowered, ridiculous bullshit. Like,
yeah.
One of the ones that I figured out, I think it was when I was playing with Eric. We played in... Shit, I can't remember which one it was, but one of the old Technic, like, base packs. I want to say it was, like, Technic V, whatever the version they had that was out in, like, 1.11 or something was.
I don't know. I didn't even know people made, like, the mod packs in 1.11.
Oh yeah, people have been making mod packs since like 1.5 or so.
No. I knew people have been making mod packs, but I don't know of any mod packs based in version 1.11, because 1.11 is such a weird version to base your mod pack in. Because there's a lot of people,
we were totally playing on 1.7.
There we go. Okay, yeah, no.
It came out around the time of like 1.11 being the new update.
I get where that's at. I also just had something flat on my nose.
That was around the time Psi first came out. And I played around with it a little bit then. One of the most ridiculous things that I ever managed to get to, and I never managed to get to the full power and capacity stat. But I managed to get pretty far along. And one of the things that I created a spell to do was target a particular creature and then successively strike that creature with lightning 15 times.
I can also do that. Garion can also do that. Garion has done that with me. It's not okay. You don't understand how often he has put the Curse of Lightning Strikes.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about here, but the thing is, that was one click equals 15 lightning strikes. Like, I trolled Eric by clicking on him like 30 times, and he was getting struck by lightning every game tick for like the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, okay, so it wasn't as bad as that, but Garion has this ritual that he likes to tag lock me in whenever it rains, and then he does a separate one for whenever it's not raining, I take damage by lightning.
And yeah, that was one of the spells that I created in the older Psi. Was basically like every time I click somebody, they will be struck once per second by lightning for the next 15 seconds. And that was not even like the really high end of what Psi can do. Like,
yeah.
The first thing you need to make is the Psi assisted caster, which consists of 3 parts. It's like the barrel, the sprocket, and something else, which you craft separately and then put in the thing. You should see the Psi assisted caster somewhere in here. Oh, it looks like they may have changed it. The source, the crux, the notch. But those look like they may be the 3 parts now, you know?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the thing. Spell detonator, focus plate tablet. I don't see the thing you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean,
I see.
I may need to look up exactly how it works now, but I mean, check your mod thing. What page is it on?
I am literally on at Psy. This is all the mods and all the items to do with Psy.
No, I mean, like, listen, check the mod page. Tell me what version of Psy it is.
Ah, I see. Oh, Jesus. Hi, cat. Scared me. She jumped in my lap.
I was going to say, it should be casting assisted device or CAD. Like,
let me look. Voice. So there's Magical Psi, which is 1.3.3, and then...
Magical Psi is an add-on to regular Psi.
Psi is in version R 1.1-78.
That is a weird-ass fucking version number.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that even means.
Well, I mean... There's a URL, and I don't want to click on it. Like, I know it's safe. Kind of.
I mean, that's the website for the creator of Psi. It's not fucking super helpful, honestly. I've already looked at it today while trying to refigure this out. I mean, there's a bunch of videos that I could watch that explain a whole bunch of stuff. But I don't want to watch them right now, you know? Yeah, Magical Psi does not add any blocks at all. What Magical Psi adds is options and object interactions with the regular Psi. It allows you to replicate effects from Blood Magic or Thaumcraft or Evilcraft or things like that with the Psi AI, or with the Psi program.
I see.
That's the thing is, I will tell you straight up, if you learn how to use it, Psi is the most overpowered mod pack. But you actually have to put effort into everything you want to do. You have to say, or you have to have the thought of, like, I want to have a spell that does this. And then figure out how to do it. Like, another one that I had in Psi, using my, like, high mid-tier stuff that I got to in that version. I had a spell that basically used the plant growth bone meal effect.
Yeah.
Starting with me, and then spiraling out around me in each square until it reached the edge and then turning. But like I had to, within their UI, write out how the fuck it worked, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it anywhere in any of the things you're searching for.
I'm looking at...
I'm gonna start one of these videos here.
I am also watching one of the videos. This is not going to be in English, this is in Spanish. We're going to try and figure it out though.
The one that I'm watching is in English.
It's... Check to make sure it's not the 1.11.2, which is what most of these are for.
I mean, the videos that I'm watching are on the official website for downloading the mod, so I'm assuming they're the version. There should be something called the Psi-Metal CAD Assembly.
Psi-Metal ingots.
I mean, literally just look up for me CAD, capital CAD. Well, that is a whole bunch of bullshit that is not related.
It's because facade has CAD in it.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's all.
Facade, burrito, avocado. Nope.
Yeah, alright, well, apparently they've significantly changed it and not updated any of their shit then.
And just told no one. Gotcha. So I'm crossing off Psi.
I mean, you can go ahead. I'm gonna look into it.
Well, I mean, like, looking, there's literally, I saw 3 different Reddit posts on, is there any up-to-date guide on Psi? And I'll look into some of them, but I'm not seeing any stuff. So we have Blood Magic. I'm assuming none of us is going to do Botania past you doing the Whisper Weeds.
Well, that was what I was saying earlier. I still need you to get, if you haven't already, to set the decay rate of Botania plants down to 0.
I'll do it when you get on.
I mean, you say that, but I will be making those plants the first day I get on. I can guarantee it's not very hard.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. Once you get on, I will do it.
But yes, I will absolutely have my daylilies and my nightshades. And then the whisperweed. I may do some of the slightly more utility stuff with Botania, but I'm not going to do much with it, really.
Yeah. Tropicraft, I've done it a whole bunch. If it doesn't seem like they've updated it, I'll go to the Dimension just to have the portal. Run around, kill all the mobs. We can literally nuke everything in there. Totemic, I don't know much about it. I do know it's like Native American kind of tribal magic, which sounds pretty cool. Roots. Then we have Evilcraft, Embers, which Garion talked about doing, or at least looking into, and then Blood Magic and Evilcraft. Other than that, we're pretty much, well, for stuff that people have covered in general, like stuff that no one's looked at on the server, that's what we have left, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 mods that people haven't looked into. Of ones that we want to do. So yeah, that's all the cows humping.
I'm looking for an updated guide for Psi, and I have not found it yet. But one of the things that I found in the meantime, I'm not sure. Are you familiar at all with Madoka Magica? Even the memes.
That's the like on verge of hentai thing, right?
I mean, it does get to that point sometimes. Generally, the memes that people reference, and what I was hoping you would know, is that the main character's basic ability is she just casts Flare. flare all day, every day.
Yeah.
No matter what's going on, flare all day, flare.
Yeah.
Somebody basically posted a list of how to recreate every spell from that show in Psy.
Nice.
But yeah. Or I used the D&D terminology there, but to even use the more common terminology, it's just fireball. All day, every day, fireball. No matter what the problem is, fireball. Just fireball. Like...
Yeah.
That is the main character from that show's MO. And yes, it does get a bad rap because a lot of times it falls into the very, very close to hentai category with some of its fan service. It's a good show as a whole, though.
Pina colada.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, at this point, considering I'm running a campaign based on it, I don't feel like it's a secret that Fairy Tail is one of my favorite anime. And they're real fucking heavy on the fan service, especially in the middle portion of the show. Not so much in the beginning, and not so much in the end, but in the middle section, it's real bad. It's real.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm kind of used to that bullshit in anime by this point, you know?
Yeah. Where is it at? That's a bamboo mug. I probably need to make that.
The anime that does not have the fan service beach episode, the fan service hot springs episode, is in the rarity. Really.
Huh. Okay, bamboo.
I mean, you say huh like you're surprised. I really don't feel like you should be, though. I feel like you've watched enough anime to know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, the shows that don't do it are by far in the minority, you know?
Oh, I just misunderstood what you said. And I'm going to tell you now, I was not listening to you. The huh was to something on the screen.
You were not listening.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, I was in general talking about just how prevalent just like fan service and shit like that is in anime.
Yeah. No, I get that one.
There are some shows that don't do it. Like Attack on Titan, I will say, is a show that is good and has no real like fan service moment. Like they are not trying to make any of their characters or their universe seem sexy, you know?
Yeah, no. I feel like that'd be
the vast majority of shows do it to a pretty extreme extent, including some of my favorite animes like Fairy Tail. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
like I said, Fairy Tail is one of my favorite animes, and they are honestly, in my opinion, fairly light as anime goes as a whole on the fan service front. But, I mean, Urza is one of the coolest characters, but you can't deny every single bit of her armor is designed for fan service, you know?
Yeah. I'm going to make an iron sword with the only iron you own. You're welcome.
I'm still slightly disappointed that you didn't decide to play a magic gear wizard, because I know that was one of the things you were originally thinking of, you know?
Yeah, I just... I thought it'd be pretty cool to, like...
I mean, I'm also glad that you chose an elemental wizard, and a slayer in particular.
Yeah.
It is kind of an important trope to the show as a whole, you know?
Yeah.
Like, basically every single important guild has at least one Slayer, you know?
I mean, they're just nice. It's just nice.
I mean, they are the core of the power of emotions trope, you know?
Yeah.
They get more powerful the more pissed off they are, the more engaged with the situation they are. And that makes for good protagonist material. It really does.
Yeah. Alright, let's get lucky. I need more than one. Fuck you, stop trying to murder this village.
I will be 100% honest, and I will say I feel like the story as a whole would go better though. Honestly, if you and Xavier had picked opposite powers.
I forget what Xavier's is.
He is the mimic ability.
That's right.
Transformation magic is the core of it. Mimic specifically is his type of it, you know.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, like, honestly, I feel like the story would have gone better if he was the more simple elemental wizard and you had taken something complicated like transformation magic, you know?
I mean, I can't help it that the kid was a lot more creative than me with the power. Like, and I'll be honest, I was like,
I mean, and that's the thing is, like, I tried to pitch to you all the different bullshit, but, like, I mean, honestly, that's what it was, is he asked about more creative ideas.
honestly,
You know?
I'm not gonna lie, I was trying, like, I wanted to do that. Why isn't that's how you said you make beach chair? What? Bamboo stick? What the fuck? These make sticks? Whores. Okay. Sorry. Like, it was one of those you threw all this stuff at, and I went more with backstory than I did with fucking the other thing, and I was like, ah, fuck.
I mean, that's perfectly fine. Like, backstory, I think should always come first. But I'm just saying, like, the way the powers worked out, like, I feel like you would be way, way more well equipped to handle in a powerful way a mimic ability than Xavier is, you know?
I think it'd be really fun to do the mimic ability. Where the fuck do I get coconuts?
And but basically, like, the way I did it is I gave him the basics of transformation magic as per the show, which is, you know, you can change your visual appearance into that of a person or an animal or whatever, but unless you put a significant amount of power into it, and that's the way transformation magic works in the show as well. Unless you put a significant amount of power into it, you don't actually gain any of the abilities of that given creature, including something as basic as, like, turning into a bird. If you are not skilled enough in transformation magic, you will not be able to fly.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That is not the right. Is this? That's race time too. I am heading the wrong way. Okay, all right.
I want to talk to Xavier about it at some point, like the philosophical implications of it. But I don't know how much he's going to care about or understand. You know?
Yeah.
Because one of the big things with transformation magic, one of the big dangers and the power caps, essentially, is you have to be very, very careful not to go too far with your transformation. Like, if you transform into a monster and fail in a spectacular fashion, you might succeed in transforming into said monster, but go too far and gain that monster's mentality as well, you know?
I feel like his character will die.
I mean, honestly, yeah. I feel like that's how this is gonna go. Is his character's gonna die, and I'm gonna tell him like, I'm sorry, you got to make a new wizard. Like,
I honestly don't think he'd be that mad about it. So,
I mean, he's still fairly new to role-playing games as a whole, and like, I mean, it's something that I kind of like. I don't want to be the asshole DM who just kills people for no reason. You know? So
yeah.
I don't want you guys as new role-playing game players to fall into the trap of getting so attached to a character that you want to quit the game when they die, you know?
Yeah, no, I don't think I'd ever do that.
I don't see you as somebody who would ever do that either. But it is a common problem that usually arises from fairly innocuous situations. Most people that end up like that end up that way because their first campaign was a 2-year-long campaign where no one died. You know?
Ah. I see the problem. I need to find fucking palm tree.
It's like, if you get used to that as the kind of story that you're playing your character in, and especially if you've been playing the same character for multiple years, it can be hard to accept that they're dead, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, I can see the problem very quickly coming up. Like the fact that no fucking palm trees exist. See very big problems.
But yes. That is kind of the trap that I don't want you guys to fall into. Like, on one hand, I want you guys to have long-lasting characters, and I don't want to kill you unless you do something stupid that deserves it.
No,
unless the dice just fall that way, you know?
Like I fully understand. It is a thing that can and will happen, and I know.
Well, and that's the same thing though. Is I am slightly also worried about like if I don't make the campaign deadly enough. Like, I'm less worried about it for you, but more so worried about it for Xavier because, well, let's be honest, he's got some bad habits as far as role playing goes. He is what we would typically call a murder hobo. You know.
Why?
In D&D, the murder hobo is aptly named. They are a person who has no home, no ties to any other characters or NPCs, and just whenever things don't go their way, they start killing people.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty much him, but
I mean, it is a fairly common trope amongst especially new people to roleplay. People who don't understand, you know, the idea and the importance of connecting to the deeper story and, you know, cumulatively telling a good story across multiple months or years. It's a common trope of the people who view the game as you would a video game. You know, in Skyrim, if a village pisses you off, you can just kill them all and no one's gonna care, you know?
Yeah.
That's not a thing you can do in D&D, but that's a thing that a lot of people, especially younger people, first getting into it, don't understand, you know?
Yeah.
I'm at the dilemma of, like, I don't want to kill him just for being unexperienced with role-playing games. But I also, like, I have a tolerance with what I can allow him to get away with.
Yeah.
Before people are actually going to care, you know?
Well, I think
part of that in itself is part of the reason I wanted to move to the fairy tale universe from the agency. Is in this particular universe, like, he can get away with being goofy and even sometimes a little bit destructive and not having it be a big deal, you know?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, he was gone at, like, his Abhishek, not Abhishek, yeah, Abhishek, that was him, right?
Yeah, Abhishek was his agency character. It's like he was fully on the point where it's like I was thinking it's like I'm either gonna have to kill this character to teach him the lesson, or get him to understand it some other way. You know.
Yeah, I have found coconut.
I see that. I don't know why you were looking so hard for coconut, but here it is.
Because I want to just get done with Dropacraft. Fuck. I don't know which one's which.
Has a lot of markers very close to each other.
It's because of how far away I am.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, that is part of the reason I wanted to switch to the fairy tale campaign over the agency one. Is I like I don't want to fucking crush the kid's dreams of having a fun character, but I also don't think he's ready for a serious real life campaign. You know?
Yeah.
He's gonna do goofy shit. And if we have an anime-based campaign, that is kind of a little bit more tolerable, you know,
Yeah.
than it is if I'm basing the world on fucking real life and I have to figure out, you know, how the bank would react to him drawing a gun in the fucking bank, you know?
Yeah. He does some interesting stuff.
Mm-mm.
Ooh, this is a lavender field biome.
Well, and like I said, that is the biggest thing. Is I am thoroughly convinced that it's the stereotypical like new role player problem that I have seen myself and read about online many times. Like he doesn't quite understand yet the idea that this is a world that actually matters, or it actually matters what you do. This isn't a video game where, like, you know, the prompt pops up to tell you, yeah, this person will get mad at you for this, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, he doesn't get that yet.
Well, and like I said, that is a very common thing amongst many people who are new to role-playing games. Or, like, I mean, you have the advantage of, like, you've never really played very many role-playing games, but you've done a good bit of, like, actual, like, improv role-playing and things like that.
Yes, I have probably done more than I should have.
You cut off there. I don't know what exactly you're saying, but...
Oh, I said, yes, I've probably done more than I should have.
Yes. Oh. I just heard, I probably, and then it just went blank.
I probably. We don't... Yes, and,
But, I mean... Honestly, I will tell you, there is no better practice for improv and playing a character than having full-length D&D session.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, that's the thing is, like, you took... How many years worth of improv classes did you take when you were in school?
4.
Like, you took 4 years, and that's an hour a day, right?
Yep.
Just playing D&D, I do 5 hours 3 days a week.
Yeah.
You know?
So I do
it because I love it. I really do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I have had so much more practice playing a character than anyone who has not done that. Other than professional actors, you know?
Yeah. And the other person who's joining...
And I'm still not particularly great at voices, but I like to think I play my characters well, you know?
Yeah.
Like, even if I reuse the same 12 voices, because those are the only ones I can fucking do, they all have different personalities, at least, you know?
Yeah. The other person who's joining us is... She's going into acting, and she's really good.
And
But
I mean, like I said, I look forward to seeing how she plays and everything. I will tell you though that can come with its own problems as far as D&D based roleplay goes, though, because with acting based roleplay or improv, you get used to the yes and rule. You know.
yeah.
You get very familiar with the yes and rule. And the problem with D&D or any other role-playing system is there is going to come the time when the DM tells you, like, actually, you can't really do that because of this reason or this reason or this reason, you know?
Yeah. I know, it's gotten me in trouble, like, even just, like, in some of the agency stuff. Like, Xavier's...
That's the thing is, I run my campaigns with much more of an improv feel than most people do too. Like if you've got caught up in mine, you would probably feel very stuck in a campaign like Eric's or Anne.
Probably, actually, yeah. Like, there is so much time, especially, like, when Xavier's doing, like, bullshit stuff, and I'm like, okay, alright, he's doing that. That's the thing.
Well, and see, that's why it's like, I have to make the GM decision there. That is like, yes, I will let him do this bullshit stuff, or tell him straight up, like, no, like, I'm sorry, that doesn't fit in, you know?
Yeah.
Like as a DM, you have to be a little bit more strict about it than you would as like an improv coach, you know.
It's and there's stuff like Amy. I will say Amy's better at improv than me, but it's stuff like I've never done a professional acting class, but she has, and like going through like those scenarios and a whole bunch of stuff, and it's gonna be interesting. I'm pretty excited. Actually, we're building her character tomorrow. We had to rain check because she got swamped by homework.
I mean, depending on when you do it, I might be around.
It'll be before 8 because I have to go to sleep for fucking work.
I mean, if it's somewhere between like 5 and 8, I'll probably be around. Just let me know.
Yeah. But I would prefer you to be around when making this because, yeah.
Yeah, well, like I said, the thing is like, I have full... There were like 8 coconuts on that tree. Fucking get them all, loser.
Well, see, the thing was, do you see the problem with the extravagant running around I just did? To then go down to the end of the island and see the fucking coconut tree?
Yes. There's just been one here the whole time.
Yeah.
And there's like 8 coconuts on it.
Yep. I'm actually just going to grab 2 because that's all I need.
Right. If you break them all, it gives you more time to, or more spaces where more can grow.
This is all I need them for, though. Like, literally.
I mean, this seems like a very good food source. Like, you could just carry pineapple chunks and coconut and, like, refill your mug as needed.
I am also going to just time set. See if it... Oh, hey, look. Ha, 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 ha.
You don't have permission to do that bullshit.
I have 1 magical sneeze per day, and I already used it. I actually really don't. I don't have permission to use that shit. It's not teleporting me, and I do not know why. Like, it's literally at sunset. It's not like I'm so confused. I did it at sunset. What? What? Oh!
It all looks so different on this side. What is that?
I am at max level in Astral Sorcery.
And it looks like you still have not unlocked the vast majority of shit.
I mean, you only have a set amount. Like, you skill yourself to how you want. And I've skilled myself to how I want. Now, what do I want?
Looks like you didn't reach any of the major capstones.
No, but I've done a lot like I wanted. Because I started with Dissidia, which is the fighting one, the offensive. And I did a whole bunch there. But my main goal was to work around to get this center one, which allows me to access every other route. And so I did that and expanded from there, and that caps your, like, once you get this, I'm pretty sure you can't get the rest. Because you also, oh, that's right, you need to get the Epiphany one to get the ones here. So once you get the Epiphanies, they open up different stuff. But let's see what I want. Let's go for tough. I'm gonna go for tough. There we go. And now I am done with Astral Sorcery. I've literally hit max level. There we go. That's my first mod finished.
Excellent.
And there's still some stuff I can do, like I still can make my Mantle of the Stars, but I just don't really have much for it. And the Philistitic and Neuromatic Prime. It's just stuff like that, like finishing up. This is really my last stuff. And if I wanted to reset my perks, the Iridiant Star with a Shifting Star. What can you do? Alright. Fucking... But yeah. It's,
That's the whole point of my original thing, though, was... I mean, honestly, I kind of wish that you had chosen a more complex form of magic, and that Xavier had chosen a less complex one.
On it. Oh, hey, I'm supposed to be waking up now.
You're supposed to be waking up right now? It's fucking 2 a.m.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be at work at 4. Well, not today. But normally I'm supposed to be at work at 4.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Ugh. But yeah, no. Fucking... We did only do one. You can still, like, if you ask the child, I'll leave it up to the child, because I mean, I have a lot more, especially just going into the first, whatever the fuck, the first session, and then seeing all what we had on there. It is a thing that can be done.
I mean, I straight up told you before, like, if you want to branch out and learn a new type of magic, that is a thing you can do.
I was just saying because of how you said it, like, I don't know. Oh, fucking Vexes. I hate all of you with every fiber of my being. That's the one Minecraft mob I literally cannot stand.
I mean, I don't particularly want to retcon anything or change anything, you know, but in the way that it proceeds from here on, like, I mean, honestly, I feel like you would do really well with some of the more complex types of magic. And honestly, you chose one of the most basic kinds, the one with some cool perks and abilities. You know.
Yeah. I had my whatever the fuck. I had my whatever the fuck, you know.
Essentially, the way I'm going to do it is anytime you guys gain experience points, which you didn't actually last time. Last time you gained access to your signature ability.
Yeah.
As the first thing. But whenever you guys gain experience points, you can choose to learn a new type of magic at double the normal cost for it. To learn a new type of magic from scratch is 2 points. And from there, increasing it is going to be not quite double cost, but more expensive than advancing your main one. But still thoroughly possible, you know?
Yeah. Interesting.
I've already got a whole plan figured out for this. And I said, I thought about it ahead of time as various different members of the main anime cast learn a second type of magic along the way. You know?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna actually bust out these windows.
And I mean, typically, like the way I'm gonna rule it, just as a general number or like a general ruling to give you, is, as I said, to unlock a new type of magic is going to be 2 points, and then from there, how difficult it is to advance is going to depend on how similar it is to your original. For example, a particular character in the show uses Mako magic, element of going on, and then later learns layer magic of that same element. And it's relatively easy. But learning, transformation magic from layer magic, which is another example straight from the show, is only moderately successful. I think I told you before, not to eventually learn enough transformation magic to kind of like disguise himself as a different human, but that's basically about all he can do, you know?
Okay, so like, I can learn other elemental shit, but to learn stuff like Xavier's mimic magic is going to be a lot harder.
Yeah. Yes. To pick up another element would be a lot easier for you than to learn a whole new type of magic. But both are possible.
Yeah.
And the Slayer magics have a lot of particulars associated with their own element. Like for lightning, rather than learning, say for example, you wanted to be able to quickly travel vast distances. You don't need to learn teleportation magic. You just need to learn how to transform into a fucking lightning bolt and you travel at the speed of light, you know?
Yeah. That makes sense. Huh.
It all depends on what you want to do. But yes, developing your existing power is going to be easier and cheaper point-wise than learning new powers, you know?
Gotcha. So the more creative... Okay, and I'm sure... I mean, honestly, I did pick lightning because I thought there could be a lot of uses for it.
Well, I mean, and that is true. Like, honestly, you picked... Of the base elemental types, you picked one of the more versatile and useful. Like, there are a lot of things you could do with control over lightning, you know?
Yeah. The only other one was like I don't remember if darkness is one, like one of the things you can pick. But I was gonna do the fucking
shadow dragons or shadow gods.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that I was gonna do or thought about doing, and then basically I was just gonna be Garatina.
I mean, that would not be a horrible thing to pick up as a second element. Basically, your restriction as a Slayer is that in order to pick up a new element, you need to fight and defeat a person who uses that element, you know?
Yeah, and then just fucking eat it.
Yep, you need to have a intense enough fight with a person of that element that you are resorted to eating it. Which I will tell you, your character does not know. Lucky does not know. And I will tell you so that you know. Essentially, a Slayer can only learn and consume a new element when they are completely drained of their own magical power. Basically, in order to, for the first time, absorb Shadow, if that's what you're looking to do, you need to have first expended all of your lightning magic.
I see.
And then you become, as the Final Fantasy Blue Mage, an empty vessel to consume